Okay, we're starting section 3.5, the slope of a line. Super important concept in Algebra 1, first semester. I'm on page 136 if you want to follow along. So one way, there are several ways of finding the slope, but one way of doing it is by counting and calculating the rise over the run. So I want you to make sure that you copy this down. So you take 2 points. There's 1 point, there's a second point. You label them x1, y1, x2, y2. And to calculate it, you're going to use, that sign is delta, the change in y over the change in x. And we're going to have a lot of practice on this. All right. So let's do it that way. The slope is the change in y over the change in x. It doesn't matter which order you put it in. It doesn't matter if you pick this one as the first slope or this one as the first slope. Just pick one of them. So, first point, I mean. So I'm going to use this one as the first point. So this one is going to be, I'm going to label it x1 and y1. I'm going to label this x2 and y2. So let's write the formula out. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so y2 is 2, and always put your minus. So I just put my minus in right away, because what will happen, the mistakes I see, is y1 here is negative 2. So 2 minus negative 2. And what are we going to have to do with these two? You're going to change them to adding. Now, x2 is 3 minus x1, which is negative 3. Well, when you subtract a negative, you know you change it to positive. So the slope of this is 4 over 6, and then you're going to reduce it to be 2 over 3. So is this positive or negative? Positive. That's how you know it's going uphill. So that's correct. Now let's check it. The other way you can do it is if you have a graph, just count the boxes. So I'm going to start at this one. I'm going to rise up 1, 2. So I saw this on someone's quiz. They went like this. They counted 1, 2. And then they went forward 1, 2, 3. Oh, and there's my next point. I'm going to rise up 2, 1, 2. And then I'm going to go to the right 1, 2, 3. So that confirms that I didn't make any mathematical errors. The slope is 2/3. All right. So if you are watching this video, I'm going to want you to do monitoring progress 1, 2, and 3, which is on page 136, and check your answers. All right, moving on. Now we have tables, and they are telling you that each of these tables are a line. So we're going to find the slope. Okay, what's the formula for finding the slope? Change of y over change of x. Okay, so that is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. When you're given a table, it doesn't matter which points you pick. You can pick any pairs. You can pick the first two if you want. You can pick the last two, whatever you want. So let's pick the first two. And because I tend to make little mistakes, I'm going to write down and label each piece. So this is going to be x1, this is going to be y1, this one's going to be x2, and this one's going to be y2. Okay. So what's y2 here? 14. Minus, oh, remember I just put the minus signs in. So 14 minus 20 over 7 minus 4. Okay. What's 14 minus 20? 6. Okay. What's 7 minus 4? 3. Negative 6 over 3 is? Negative 2. Good. So my slope is negative, which means that this line, if I were to graph it, should go downhill. Okay, if you are watching this, I want you to do monitoring progress 4 and 5, which is on page 137. All right, welcome back. We are on, again, page 137. Huge core concept. Hopefully a lot of you already know this. If it is a positive slope, it is going up from left to right. If it is a negative slope, it is going down from left to right. If it is a slope of 0, 0 effort, it is a horizontal line. And if it is a vertical line, it has an undefined slope. So these two are super important. Don't get them confused. What I like to think about is that it takes 0 effort, if I were on a skateboard, to ride this line. If I were on a skateboard, it's impossible for me to ride this line. So I would call that undefined slope. That's just a quick way to remember it.